What's up YouTube, UltimateLocke here. I'm going to be going over game trading websites. Game trading websites are a very powerful tool for building a collection. If you're wanting to just trade out some of the old games you have in your collection for newer games, or basically trying to get like whatever Pokemon games you want to do, that's what I use 99gamers for, etc. You can really get the most out of game trading websites. The only problem is that majority of the people who are using game trading websites are getting scammed, and it is a very common thing. So I'm going to be going over ways to do it safely, the most efficient way, and just overall what to beware of, and just common scams along those lines. But first, we're going to be going over our giveaway. The giveaway was for the three 23-karat gold-plated trading cards. The winner is Mr. Pid 1111, and as I will be most likely sending you a private message asking for the address, and I will be shipping this item to you as soon as I get it. I really hope you live in the United States because, of course, my giveaways are for the United States only. I do not do worldwide shipping yet. I do not even know how much that would cost. And for the next giveaway, I'm going to be giving away a 23-karat gold-plated Polyroll trading card. It's brand new. As you can see here, it's never been opened. Of course, the box will most likely be pretty beat up by the time it gets to you because it will be getting shipped in a bubble mailer because I do not have any boxes for these. And honestly, the boxes are really cheaply made and they're really not that durable to begin with. Alright, so let's get back to the topic on hand, game trading websites. Game trading websites can be an extremely powerful tool if used correctly. The biggest problem about game trading websites is that you can get scammed. It's almost inevitable that you will get scammed, but if you use my guide, you most likely won't get scammed, and if you do get scammed, it won't be for anything major. So let's get started. Step number one, you're going to acquire some video games. The price range is of $5 to $15. The reason for the $15 limit is because you're going to be trading people online, and most likely you're going to be sending first every single trade because you're going to be building up a war chest of trust. But the only people that you're going to be trading with are people with really high feedback, because there's no reason for you to trade with anyone who doesn't have high feedback because you're going to be shipping out first. You're going to continuously do this until you hit around 40 to 50 completed trades, feedback, whatever kind of system they have. Now, when you're trading with someone with high feedback, you have to look at the pros and cons. One of the pros is, obviously, you're going to be able to have a safe trade. It's going to be very unlikely you're going to get scammed. The cons is you're not going to really have that much of a bargaining chip. One, they're most likely going to have a lot of games. They've been on the site for a long time. They most likely have all the games. And if you do have a game, they're probably not going to want to trade for the maximum value. What your goal is not to get the games that you're wanting. It's to get games that are good trade bait. Example, let's just say Zelda Ocarina of Time is a $15 N64 game. That game is so highly sought after for no matter what its price range is. So you can take that game and you can trade it, and then you can trade it for another game, and then you can trade it for another game, and you can continuously trade for trade bait items. Not for items that you're wanting, but for items that other people are wanting. This way you can increase your trades, and you always want to go for about a $3 profit on every single trade because that will cover the shipping price. And obviously, you're going to ship with delivery confirmation and everything else like that. And after you get 40 feedback, you're going to move on to step number two. Step number two, target people with lower feedback than yourself for trades. The reason why you target lower feedback people is pretty obvious. Most likely they're going to have to ship first, and in this situation, if they have to ship first and you get to receive the item before you have to ship the other item out, that means that there's no possibility of getting scammed. You can do whatever kind of trades you want. You can do trades that are worth $100, $200, $300, etc. The possibilities are endless, and you just continuously trade up until that point. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I've known many people who have actually gone out and used Pojo for scamming, and I'm going to be explaining how stupid that is. Alright, so I'm going to try to go through the story as fast as possible. There's a guy at the card shop that I used to go to that would scam people via Pojo, Pojo being a site that was used for Yu-Gi-Oh! Online trading. So it's video game trading, but without video games, it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards substituted. So this guy ended up scamming a dude out of a $50 card called Judgment Dragon at the time. It was a secret rare card. It was very sought after in the meta because Light Sworns were really good, and he kept on bragging about how he scammed the dude. Okay, a month goes by and he goes off and gets another scam. His account gets terminated, he remakes the account, does what I said to do in the video, and repeats this process. And he started bragging about how he was like scamming people and how he is making so much money. And this is the same fucking fat ass who goes off and brags about how he's abusing the unemployment system by getting a job, getting laid off, or quitting and then filing for unemployment. So this guy was a real fucking scumbag. Anyways, ultimately, he started bragging about it again, and I was just like, dude, no one gives a fuck about you scamming people on Pojo. Anyone here could do the same thing. We just choose not to because we're not a scumbag. He's like, what, are you jealous? I'm like, dude, my binder's worth $1,000. Really? You think I'm jealous of your crappy deck? You can't even get top 4 in a local tournament of 12 people? And I just started, like, I was just making fun of him at that point. And he ultimately was like, well, I get free cards. What do you do? I'm like, dude, I do trades on YouTube, right? And I go $40 to $50 profit on a majority of the trades I do. And I don't scam people because there's no fucking point in scamming someone. You can literally get really good trades without scamming people. And that's the moral of the story. You don't have to scam people. If you don't want to do a trade because it's not worth it, then simply decline the trade. Do trades that are in your favor. You'll find people who are willing to pay above and beyond the value of the game because they're not paying with money, they're paying with video games that they don't consider valuable. And some people will say, that's scamming. No, that's not scamming. That's going off and making profit. And honestly speaking, as long as they agree to it, I don't care. Step number 3, avoid any trades involving PayPal or shipping at the same time. There's absolutely no reason why you need to use PayPal when you're doing a video game trade. And if they do really want to send you money for a video game, they can ship it the good old-fashioned way, USPS. I've received, I want to say, at least over $500 by doing trades online, and that was when I was doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I didn't use eBay at all. Basically, what they would do is they put the money in a top loader, they'd ship it to me, and once I got the money, I would ship them the stuff. I remember selling I don't want to say a Lightsworn deck, but it was like a Jinzo Returner deck, and it was like $110. Never had a problem with it. It was very, very easy, very, very simple, and ultimately, both sides were happy. It's also much safer because when you're using PayPal, they can claim that it was an unauthorized payment. They could do a chargeback scam on you, or they can claim the item is not described and get a refund. So ultimately, when using PayPal, it's a huge risk, and it's something that you want to avoid. As for shipping at the same time, that's almost always a scam. Generally speaking, if someone asks that is a huge red flag, and the only way that they would really want to do that is if they're really wanting to get the item faster, which then you could recommend they pay for a better shipping service, and then you can ship the item out faster so they get it faster rather than you going off and risking your items. And that is my guide for video game trading websites. The entire purpose of this guide was to make it where it was very, very hard for you to get scammed. This way you could use game trading websites effectively, easily, and most of all, safely. You don't want to actually end up losing your video games over trusting a site or trusting one person. And if you follow this guide, the most you're ever going to lose is $15. And eventually you get to the point where you'll be basically be able to do very, very good trades. You'll basically be able to do higher end trades because obviously they'll be having to ship first, and then you'll be receiving the item and then shipping out afterwards. Now, as for sites, I'd most likely recommend using Reddit. Reddit's going to be here to stay. As for the other sites, they come and go. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and peace out.